Hello everyone, it's Jean, and as usual, I'm coming to you from a messy desk. Let me just move a couple things. So, I've been working on a few projects, and some of them involve some matchbooks, and another one of them involves designing what I think is a really cool project that I learned over in Makers, which is a website. Actually, it's a Facebook group, not a website, where you can get some really cool and inspirational ideas. So, the first thing you need to do, of course, for this project is you need a pencil or some type of pen, whatever you prefer to draw with. And it's a good idea to put your hand on a more sturdy surface. So you want something like I'm using paper from a watercolor tablet that I have. And then, of course, after you trace your hand, you want to cut it out. So I'm just going to roughly cut it real quick because this paper is kind of big and it'll get in the way while we are trying to cut our hand. So there's a few ways that you can design a hand. I am leaving a little bit more of a wrist part on mine, and you'll be able to see it better once I complete cutting it out. But this, I'll leave the link to Makers down in the bottom. And if you want to go on there and check out some of the other hands that people have made and why they chose to do a hand, if it has a special meaning to them, or if it's just for fun. So let me finish cutting this out, and then I will show you how we can decorate it. Now, I always get a bump on this finger because of my rings, so I'm going to cut around that part. Now, the idea of this also is that you will decorate both the front and the back. And if you give me just one moment after I finish cutting this, so there's mine that's cut out, I will show you the one that I am, I haven't decided if I'm finished 100% or not, but this is done more in a Victorian style. So firstly, what I did is I covered it with a print that I pulled from my gel plate. And a lot of Victorian gloves had a little ruffle here. So I made the ruffle out of book paper. And then I added on this cute little trim, and I made sure that it matched on the other side so that it didn't look awkward like one was longer than the other. Then I really enjoyed this. Let me see if I can get a close-up here. really enjoyed this particular saying that says an artist who works with his hands, his heart, his head, and his heart at the same time creates a masterpiece. And that was a quote from Amit Kalantri. So that is the quote I chose for my hand. And on the back, I just used some paper from a paper pad that had some script writing on it. And then with it being Victorian, I just added these beautiful roses that I colored in with my Posca pens. And then the last thing that I need to do, let me just make sure this is black, is I need to fix okay, so this is going to go this way with the circle, this way with the circle, this way with the circle, and this way with the circle. So there, the two sides will match on the cuff as well. So what I haven't decided yet is if I want to put maybe a few more leaves up here, but I know I'm not going to be drawing any more of the roses, but I may outline some of the areas here just so it still looks like it was meant to be a rose. I think that's helpful because sometimes when you use your Poscas, they will blur those original lines that you have. So this is really nice. I like how these turned out. And it's not meant to be, you know, something that's extremely artistic. It's just for fun. But there are, if you are interested in going on Pinterest and checking out some of the different designs they have with hands, you would be surprised at the amount that they really do have listed. So this one is, as far as I'm concerned, finished. And I am going to send this off in the mail to my swap partner, finally, bless her heart. And then I started another one. And this one also began with a print that I pulled from my gel plate. And on this side, I actually painted this side with the very dark purple. And then I wanted to add something because I put, these almost remind me like the bones inside the hand, but they're just really meant to be decorative pieces that tie in the front to the back. And then I put this really cool stamp on here. This is from PM Artist Studio, and you can check them out. They're a really fun website because they have lots of stamps, lots of stencils. You can create an account and you can start your wish list, and they're a very fun company to work with because they are always coming out with new things. So I also had a butterfly that I put here, and then I took the wrist, if you can see this, and what I did was I put some jump rings here. Sorry, my hands are all painted up with gesso. And the jump rings have the rest of the wrist. So what I want to do is I want to create something like that, like this one, with the one that I've cut out here. So I did not have a specific gel print in mind. However, I do really love this red one. So I think maybe what I will do is I will use this red one. So we need to put this, I'm going to put it on this side, on the front, what we would consider the front. So I'm going to use my glue stick and just make sure that it's in the red zone, because my paper is a little bit larger than my gel plate. My gel plate's an 8 by 10, and this paper I think is maybe a 9 by 12. I can't remember. So let me see what happens here. I just want to make sure this is nice and gluey, and we will paste this down. Make sure it's on there nice and smooth. And then after the hand is cut out, you want to make sure that you save any of your remaining pieces of your gel print, because you never know when you'll need strips or pieces of that for another project. So I keep all my leftovers from my gel print. Okay. When it's a big thing to cut out like this, it takes up the whole space. Oops. Okay. And then let me roughly go around the outside so it's not so big and fiddly, and then we can go in between the fingers really quick and get those cut out. This is the part that not everybody likes to watch, but I'm trying to make it quick for you so that we can, let's see, I don't know if I don't have enough glue on that end. Let me see my glue stick. I got these smaller ones and they do run out a lot quicker, so let me just roll that on there. Make sure all the fingers are glued down. Okay, so I'm going to go this way, pull that out, and then go this way, and we'll pull this out. Okay, this one needs to be trimmed a little bit better. And then we'll do the thumb. And we will And then if we turn this over, isn't that cool? So we have just some adjusting to do here. This needs to be rounded. And there's the front of our hand. Now, I love this and how these were actually some flowers that I used. And they were faux flowers, and I put them on the gel plate to see how they would work, and they came out really nice. So I have a couple prints like that, but if you're seeing this, you can see this little part right here. So this is probably where there was some leftover paint or something that was on the plate, and it picked it up when I was working on it. So what I'm going to do with that is I'm actually going to use one of my matchboxes, and I'm going to create just a little something in here. So this is what we need to do first. Let's see, do I want this to be the same color? I don't think so. I want it to be a different color than the color. So I'm going to use, let's see, I'm not always good with matching things up with red because it's not one of my colors that I use very often. But I do have this that is kind of in a pink. And I think if I cut that out, that pink might just give it enough of a difference. It's pink and gold. You can see as I move it around. It has these yummy edges. So what we're going to do, let me put my hand over here so it's not distracting. I'm going to go ahead and just fold this. Now, the way that I do matchbooks when I'm covering them is I make as sharp of folds on the edges that I can, so I know exactly where they are. And then, let's see if I move this down a teeny tiny bit. And it's almost like wrapping a package. I'm going to use my glitter glue for this. Hopefully it'll come out. Oh yes, it's going to cooperate today. Yay! So I'm going to take the paper and I'm just going to lay it right on the edge. Right on the edge of this top piece of the matchbox. And then, oops, didn't stick yet. Okay, I'm going to use my clips to make sure it stays in place. Is that right on the edge? No. Use my clip to make sure it stays. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this side. But with this side, I'm going to need to make a cut. And I'm going to cut that right here, which should be right at the edge. So hopefully I didn't cut it too short. And then I'm going to put some more glue here. And I'm going to fold this over so it's right on the edge as well. And then I have another clip here and I can make sure that stays in place. Now this needs to be cut. I'm going to cut it a little bit larger, I think, so that I can fold in the edges. And actually, I'm going to cut this so it's not so much bulk. And I'm going to fold this in like this, and then fold this up. Now, you can see from doing this, I shouldn't have cut those edges because they actually don't allow enough room for the full coverage. So let me see how I can adjust this quickly so that it will not. I may be putting something else around the edge of this, so I'm just going to leave it for now. And then I'm going to fold this over. And so sort of like wrapping a package. And then this side, I'll do the same thing, but I won't cut the corners. And let's see how much of this I can turn in. I hope I was in frame for you guys. So I have it basically covered. I need to add some glue here. And the great thing about glitter glue is it glues pretty quickly. So I can take the clips from the one side and put it over to the other. And this one, and then I'll clip this side. So there we have the little box covered. And let's see. That's going to kind of be matchy-matchy, but that's okay. I think I'm going to add some washi tape to the side that will break up some of that color. Make sure this stays. And then let's see what we have left. Over here is a larger piece. And let's see. This would be a tiny bit shorter. And then we could stick this in the bottom. Okay. Let me check this out. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm just going to pull it out again. I just was kind of making sure that it was going to fit. So I'm going to pull it out and then put some glue behind it. Let's see if my glue stick has any more life in it. Okay, we'll put this on the bottom. One moment. I've been so thirsty lately, I don't know what it is. Okay, so for the sides, I'm going to put in some black and white washi tape to kind of break this up. So I'm going to go right around the edge. Let me turn it up this way so you guys can see it. Right around the edge so that those little pieces that were white won't stand out as much. You won't see them actually because of the washi tape will cover it up. And I think this is Dino Weekly washi tape, but I'm not 100% sure. Dinah, Diana. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. Okay, let's go around here and around here. And then we'll just pull it off. Okay, looks cool like that. I like the black around the edges, the black and white. Okay. Now, trying to decide what we should do with the inside part. I may wait because I don't know exactly what I'm putting in here. So I could leave it like this, or I could take some black paint and where's my little makeshift paint palette here? Clips out of the way, extra paper, washi. Okay. And I have a paintbrush over here that should work just fine. I'm just not sure how it's going to cover. So let me just take a look. I don't know if it's going to be dark. Okay, it looks like it's pretty dark. So this is acrylic, fast drying. So it should dry quickly and we won't have to worry about it taking too long. I think black will be a great choice to kind of cover up on the inside to go with that washi. I think I have too much water still in my brush. Okay, let me paint it over here. And I'm trying to get in those little spots so that it covers up any of the white that's peeking out. So if you watch this until the end, tell me what kind of projects you've been working on, what you would like to see other people try, such as myself, and leave your favorite animal emoji that Apple currently has, or that whoever, whatever operating system you use has, you like. Okay, so there's my little box. I've got it all covered on the inside. Those corners don't like paint. Okay, and then the last part I'm going to do is, do you have any water in this? Not sure. Yes, I do have a little bit. Water down some of this. And I'm going to put some spatters in there. Oops, may not be watered down enough. Let's do a little bit of a swishy swash here. Okay. Well, it wants to splatter everywhere but where I want it to splatter. So, and I'll tell you the reason why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because on the inside of the box, you'll notice that there's uneven, kind of an uneven edge here. But if you do the splattering, it kind of, dang it, kind of eliminates any kind of problem with the edge, because we'll be thinking, oh, well, that's all splattered up, so the edge doesn't need to be perfect, right? Or I could get a little tiny brush and go in there and make sure it is perfect, but I'm not really good at brushing. My daughter, Adriana, she is the one that can paint. She's much better at painting than I am. Okay, so I'm just taking this brush. It's a little bit stiffer, and I'm going to see if I can just go around the edge a little bit. See, that was watery, and now it makes it look. You know what? I think what's going to happen is the whole inside is going to end up black. Okay, we'll just paint it all black, and then we'll put another piece of paper on the top. Where's the black here? I want the watered down black. Okay, let me make sure everything has black on it. It needs to have black on it. Go around the edges. And I'm going to set this over here to dry. And hopefully it'll dry pretty quickly. And we'll save this for another day. And now we need to decide what we're going to put on this besides our box. So I think I'm going to do something similar to what I did with the other piece. And I'm going to cut the wrist right here. And then I'm going to add the wrist at the bottom. This wants some black splatter, so I'm going to just do that and see what will happen. I think it'll break up this redness that I have. Ooh, yes. This is not only spatters, but this is like swirlies too. Loving it. Believe me, the spattering, the amount of spatter that you get definitely has a direct correlation to how hard you whack the brush. Whacking the brush probably will be all over every screen I have, but that's okay. I'm having so much fun doing it, I don't even want to stop. Where is my water? I'm going to water that baby down a little bit more. Now, I could probably do this a lot easier if I had my fan brush and if I had like another brush that I could go like this with. But then this one wants to do it. Okay, let's get this one wet and then we'll go. No, not worky. Don't you love when your atomizer runs out of water? Okay, I got you. We'll just get something from here. whole lot of success. Okay, this needs more water. Definitely needs more water. Okay, going back to my original method. It's working again. Get some on the fingers. Get some on the thumb. You guys are going to probably listen to this and think she is goofy as heck. It's okay. I'm okay, really. I just am having so much fun splattering. I just can't stop. Okay, it is probably in my nose and all over my face and everything, but I love that. Okay, let's see if our box is almost dry. I'm going to just hold it over here for a little bit. And then, let's see, do I have any more of my very beautiful paper left? Let's see, what size is this? That is too small. It's too small. Too small. Okay, it's just too high. I'll stick that in there just like that. And there we have again that beautiful pink. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to take the box and I'm going to put some, oh, crud buckets. I'm going to put some of this on the back. And then I'm going to apply this to our hand. Now, this wants to come out, so I'm going to have to put some glue on the bottom. I just make sure this is where I want it. And then put some glue on the back so that it'll stay in place. Once we get what we are going to put inside it, it'll stay in place as well. So let me just move this a hair that way. Okay, very cool. Love it. Okay, so that needs to dry. So what I'm going to do, let me dunk these and let me put this over here. I'm going to look in my, I have a couple boxes. You may have heard me refer to them before. They have things in them like just little trinkets and things that I've collected. Some of them have come out of button boxes, or they've been other places that I've found them. And I'm going to see if I can find something cute to go on the inside of the box. So I have a strawberry. This is a cool dangle thing that is peach. That might look interesting. Paper roses. All right, let's see what else I have. That looks like it might be all. I'm going to try to see if I can find, I kind of like the strawberry idea, but it's kind of matchy, and I wasn't really going for that. This, though, I really like it, so I will probably put, where is my awl? Where's my awl? I don't think it's in here because I was using it for something. Okay, so I need to find either my X-Acto knife or my awl, and they're not popping out at me. So where are they? It's not like I don't have two awls, right? Okay, here's my X-Acto knife. So I'm going to do a little operation right here. And I'm going to stick, hopefully, a hole in the bottom. Or a slice, whichever works best. So that I can put a jump ring in it. And I'm going to use a larger one. Wrong color. You need a gold one. Gold one. And I'm going to hook this in. And then I'm going to hook this in wherever I made that slice. And I think I had it. That's one thing about me doing my videos at night is they tend to be no lighting. Okay. I think I may have found the hole. Let me try again. if you don't have an awl, use a pencil. So this is what usually these videos confirm the chaoticness of my life and also help you to see what not to do. Okay. So let me get this jump ring where I want it and pull that down like that. This hooky thing's going to get on there. Okay, so I have to do some adjusting inside the box, but I think as a whole it will be okay once it dries a little bit. It's still kind of wet because of the paint, but I'm liking what we have so far. So the image that I wanted to put inside of it, I wanted to put a, let me see, where did thou go? The image I wanted to put in the box. Let me see if they are here. 1, 2, yes. There are these, and I love these little images. I just need to find one. Okay, this is a perfect one right here. Now these images are by lou.etsy.com. So her, no, it's the letter J and then LEELOO at Etsy.com. So if you like the image that I'm going to be using, you can get yours copy at that location. And she has a lot of really cool images. So let me see how this is going to fit. It's not going to fit perfectly. So I'm going to have, okay, so this is, okay, let me use my trimmer because I don't want to cut this weird, which I may already have, so I want to cut it so that the same amount shows on each side. Oops, that was crooked as heck. Okay, so there's that piece. And then let me cut this side and see if I don't get it as crooked. See if this will fit on the inside of it. And I think it's going to. Maybe it needs to be trimmed a tiny bit at the top and a tiny bit at the side because it's not quite even. And then I can stick it in here, hopefully under the jump ring. And you guys can see this very cool image in there. Isn't she beautiful? And I think the black was a really good choice. There's a couple little places where after this dries nicely, I will go in and clean it up a little bit. But as you can see, the black really helps to make this piece pop. Now, the only thing I think that is bothering me a little bit is that this piece is not centered. So I may have to think about how I can fix that. Let me get this little brush and my makeshift palette here and get it's got a lot of water on it. Wipe this off and get just a little tiny bit of black, because I don't know if you can see down here at the bottom, the black, the white was showing through. So I'm just going to go in here and tap and recover those white edges that were lifted up. And then I'm going to take my brush and go along the edge and just make sure she's pressed out. That is such a cool image and cool piece. Now, remember I sliced this a little bit? Just because I'm one of those people that thinks that everything has to be centered, I'm going to slice just another tiny piece so that I can move this over a hair. And that way I will be satisfied that it'll be in the middle and can repaint any boo-boos that are showing up. So that's what I'm doing right now, is going back over that white, going back over this, and then you have that hanging right in the middle. Now, one thing about matchboxes, obviously they are not going to be the most square, boxes to use. So if you have something sturdier, you certainly can use that. Another option would be, and then I'm going to attach this as well with some gold, something gold here, probably just 2 gold jump rings, and make sure that that's connected. And I think I got a little bit of paint on my bead. Maybe it was just like that. I don't know. It's been probably in that box for a very long time. Okay. I really, really like that. I hope you guys do. I'll bring it up closer so you can see. And then we have this very cool dangle. And I'm pretty sure this may have been made by Kim Newberg. And you can see all the spatters that we put on the hand itself. And then you can see that we're going to attach this part to here. And I think we are going to call it for now, and I will update you on putting the jump rings in. Or I don't know, I may stitch it with black thread. That could be an option too that might look really cool. So that is my little crazy tutorial for today. I hope you had fun visiting. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.